Chosen one, stop right here. This is not something you listen to halfway. Something has been happening in your life, and if you don't understand it correctly, you might walk away from the very thing you prayed for. So focus, let everything else wait. You made a decision recently. It may have been quiet, something you didn't even tell many people about, but deep within, you knew it mattered. You chose to step forward. You chose growth instead of staying where it was comfortable. You chose obedience even though you did not have full clarity. And almost immediately, things shifted. Not in the way you expected, not with ease, not with open doors and smooth paths. Instead, resistance showed up. Pressure increased. Doubt got louder. People started questioning you, either directly or indirectly. Situations that were once simple became complicated. And now you are asking yourself a dangerous question. Did I make the wrong move? Chosen one, what if I told you that question is exactly where many people lose their breakthrough? Because they misinterpret resistance as rejection. They assume difficulty means they are off track, but that is not always the truth. All throughout Scripture, whenever someone moved in alignment with purpose, resistance didn't wait until later. It showed up immediately. A young man stepped forward with boldness while others stood back in fear, and before he ever saw victory, he was ridiculed. His step forward triggered opposition, not because he was wrong, but because he was right. Another man committed to rebuilding what had been broken, and as soon as he started, voices rose against him. Criticism increased, pressure built. Not because the mission was incorrect, but because progress was being made. You need to understand this clearly. Movement attracts resistance. The moment you decide to grow, something will push back. The moment you choose discipline, distractions increase. The moment you step into purpose, doubt tries to return. That is not coincidence. That is the cost of moving forward. But let's correct something important. Not every form of resistance means approval. Sometimes resistance is a warning. Sometimes it is a redirection. This is why discernment matters. You cannot move blindly. You cannot assume every closed door is a test you must force open. So what is the real sign? The real sign is this: when resistance shows up, but deep inside there is still clarity. You feel pressure, but not confusion. You feel stretched, but not lost. You feel challenged, but not misled. There is something inside you that remains steady even when everything around you feels unstable. That inner steadiness is not coming from emotion, it is coming from alignment. There was a man who didn't rush into action just because he felt called. He asked for confirmation, not out of fear, but out of wisdom, and God met him in that space. That teaches you something powerful. Seeking confirmation is not weakness, it is maturity. So if you are facing resistance right now, don't panic. Instead, ask deeper questions. Did this pressure start after I decided to move forward? Do I still feel a quiet conviction beneath the noise? Am I being challenged, or am I completely confused? Because confusion scatters, but conviction anchors. And here is where many get it wrong. They expect heaven's approval to feel comfortable. They expect everything to line up perfectly. But growth does not feel comfortable. Expansion stretches you. New levels require new strength. You are not just stepping into something new, you are becoming someone new. And that process is not easy. The truth is, the enemy does not waste energy on what is not moving. Stagnation does not threaten anything. But the moment you begin to shift, to grow, to step out, resistance pays attention. But again, don't misunderstand this. The power is not in the resistance itself. The The power is in your response to it. If you panic, you retreat. If you retreat, you delay what could have been established. But if you stay grounded, if you seek God in the middle of that pressure, if you refuse to let fear make your decisions, something begins to change. Clarity sharpens, strength increases, direction becomes more defined. Chosen one, you have been asking for elevation, but elevation requires separation from old patterns. You have been asking for purpose, but purpose requires discipline. You have been asking for change, but change requires movement, and movement will always meet resistance. So here is what you do. First, don't rush. Just because there is pressure does not mean you act impulsively. Take time to pray, not for comfort, but for clarity. Ask God to confirm what is from Him and remove what is not. Second, observe the pattern. When did things start shifting? Was it after your decision? That matters. Timing reveals a lot. Third, remove fear from your thinking. Fear will exaggerate problems and minimize truth. It will make you question things that were once clear. You cannot make strong decisions from a fearful mindset. Fourth, take one step, not 10, not everything at once, just one step forward in faith. Progress does not require perfection, it requires movement. Fifth, stay anchored. Do not let temporary pressure disconnect you from your spiritual discipline. This is where many fall. They stop praying when things get hard. They withdraw when they should be pressing in. Stay consistent. And let me give you this warning because it matters. Not every struggle means keep going. Some doors are closed for protection. Some resistance is meant to redirect you. God does not lead through confusion and chaos. He may stretch you, but He will not mislead you. So check your spirit. If everything feels scattered, if you feel completely lost, if there is no peace at all, pause and seek clarity again. But if there is a quiet confidence underneath the pressure, if something inside you keeps saying, keep going, then don't let fear stop you. Chosen one, you are not being blocked, you are being refined. You are not being rejected, you are being strengthened. You are not losing direction, you are being trained to walk in it with confidence. And what you do next matters. So I challenge you, don't shrink back now. Don't second guess what God has already placed in your spirit. Take that next step, even if it's small, even if it feels uncomfortable. And if this message confirmed something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Engage with it, declare it. Type approved move as your commitment to keep going, because this is not just about motivation. This is about alignment, and alignment changes everything.